Man, the Burgundy and Gold done did it. I know my boy B9 and OKG 2000 are ecstatic today. We're not finished, but this is a big step forward. Washington is hiring former NFL running back Jason Wright as their new team president. Wright will be responsible for leading the organization's business divisions, including operations, finance, sales, and marketing. This is another historic hire for Washington, as Wright now becomes the first black president of any NFL team ever. He's also the youngest to ever do it at 38 years old, which is also unprecedented. But in this video, I want to talk about how the Burgundy and Gold are trailblazing in so many ways. We are really leading the way in so many great ways, especially as far as diversity and inclusion. And now we finally have somebody black as a team president in the NFL. He's directly replacing Bruce Allen, which is, night and day. But I also want to speak about some of his journey, and of course I want to speak about the other ways that the Burgundy and Gold are trailblazing. Shouts out to Dan Snyder for such a great offseason. This is by far his best offseason as the owner of this team. And before we dive into this, make sure y'all go buy the best Burgundy and Gold merch money can buy. Go to the link in the description in this video under Go Get Street Scores merch. Also, go and become a channel member of the best sports YouTube page out here doing it. Link in the description under Become a Channel Member. And there are 4 different levels, all with their exclusive perks. Y'all will love them. So go ahead and become a part of the exclusive Street Scores family experience. And also, y'all make sure y'all pull up to the different shows I have going on, different podcasts. Every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Look out for the cousins. It's going to be my 2 cousins and I talking about anime, gaming, music, and of course, a lot of basketball. Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Since Shay can't join us, who's normally there every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. And then, of course, pull up every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. for the Street Scores Full Access, where I reply to every comment in the live chat. And, of course, when we get to the regular season, those Sunday live streams will turn into game live streams where we watch the game together. Now, let's get it. Alright, so the Burgundy and Gold, Dan Snyder, appointed Jason Wright as team president in a historic hire. Wright will be responsible for leading the organization's business divisions, including operations, finance, sales, and marketing. And was dope to take it all the way back during the 2011 lockout when he was playing for the Arizona Cardinals as a running back. He resigned and enrolled in the NBA program at the University of Chicago. He was basically like, hey man, football might not be forever. There's a lot of turmoil. This is unorganized. We don't know what's going to happen in the near future or the far future. So he was like, let me go ahead and get my MBA so I can make sure I'm able to have a career outside of football just in case if this doesn't work out. And now look at him. He's become the first black president of an NFL team. He has spent 7 years as an NFL running back, and he earned his MBA. I also have my MBA in marketing and management. Yes, sir. NBA brothers, you feel me? I got mine from St. John's though in New York. But he got his MBA with high honors from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business, and he became a partner for the global strategy and management consulting firm McKinsey & Company. Now he's the president of the Washington football team, or what I like to call them, the Burgundy and Gold, of course. And there's no way anybody can ever say that the Burgundy and Gold aren't leading the way in forward thinking, diversity, inclusion, and just the way modern society should just be headed in general. Dan Snyder been doing his thing this offseason. We can start with Ron Rivera, hired as the head coach. He's of Mexican and Puerto Rican descent and is the only Hispanic head coach currently in the NFL. That was big alone. Then, which is something a lot of people forgot about or just don't know, Dan Snyder also went and hired the NFL's first black female full-time, full-year coaching intern. And what's interesting is that Ron Rivera comes with a heavy military background and Jennifer King comes with a heavy police background. So we're just getting people from all walks of life. And of course you can't forget the hire of Julie Donaldson, who is now the Senior Vice President of Media and Content. So everything dealing with the broadcasting, the media, who will be the team's reporters, who will be there on the sideline. Shouts out to them hiring London Fletcher as a post-game analyst. Love that move from Julie Donaldson. She's also the one that decided who the voices of the franchise will be for the future. Moving on, no more Larry Michael, now it's D'Angelo Hall and Bram Weinstein. That was Julie Donaldson's decision. And she was the victim of domestic violence a long time ago, and one of her main purposes in life were to help eradicate that problem from wherever she's worked at, and she's also spearheading that movement for this team. And I also love this show every morning with her and Santana Moss. Dope training camp live stream every morning 9 a.m. and every afternoon, I believe, around 2 p.m. But we have a woman that is completely in charge of everything media and content as far as this franchise goes. Also, the Burgundy and Gold Twitter, like the official Washington football team Twitter, is ran solely by a young black woman. So that's also big. I'm not sure if many of y'all know that. Ever since the Washington football team Twitter has just been more fun, more modern, more creative, it's been ran by Washington football team senior social media manager, Astasia Williams. And don't forget, this is the franchise that had the first black quarterback start in a Super Bowl and also the first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. I mean, we just did it all in one clean swoop back in 1988. And you can't forget that Dan Snyder hired Doug Williams to be the senior vice president of player development. So he also has a major role in the front office as well. And it seems like a lot of people either don't know this or just forgot about it quickly, but the Burgundy and Gold officially launched their own black engagement network as part of the franchise's efforts to strengthen its commitment to black employees through professional development and career management. Dan Snyder started it and funded it, and he's allowing the black leaders within his organization to run it and organize it. He's just backing it with funding, which is best. Stay out the way, let them do it, but give them the monetary capital that they need to get it done. The BEN will work with organization executives and leadership to provide support, education, and racial equality initiatives in communities across the Washington, D.C. metro area where our employees live and work. The BEN is an NFL employee affinity group established to develop, acquire, and retain black talent at the NFL while also serving as an employee resource group for league leadership as needed. So the NFL refers to that organization, refers to us for anything as far as diversity, especially black. Rivera said that the network hopes to create an inclusive work environment and community outreach while creating an intercultural understanding of black employees. So this is another big move for Dan Snyder throughout this offseason. This is by far the best offseason he's ever had as an owner of this franchise. Trailblazing. Him and Ron Rivera have worked together to make so many great decisions, and this is one of them. The BEN's vision is to create a diverse and inclusive culture within the NFL for employees at every level. Through mentoring and networking, it intends to engage, equip, and empower NFL employees to exude an organizational culture that attracts, develops, and retains black talent. So that's big time. Hopefully every NFL team creates an organization like this one and they all work together. But as of right now, the Burgundy and Gold are the only ones who will trailblaze in the movement. And you can't forget that Dan Snyder was also the first one back in March when coronavirus first became a real threat and we finally started to realize what it was really doing. Dan Snyder was the first to pull back his scouts and his employees and tell them that you're going to work virtually. I don't want to risk y'all health and safety moving forward until otherwise noted. And then immediately afterwards, everybody in the NFL followed suit. And remember, this was in March before the draft, so doing something like this would put you at a disadvantage if other teams didn't do it. We would be the only team without scouts going around and talking to players and scouting them, measuring them up, interviewing them, looking at their physical tools, talking to them in person, stuff like that. We would have been at a major disadvantage if we were the only team out of the NFL to do this, and Dan Snyder didn't care. He put his employees' health and safety first. It was a big priority for him. And then, of course, since it made sense, everybody in the NFL followed suit. But you know, followers are going to be followers and leaders are going to lead, you know what I'm saying? And we can't forget our quarterback is black and our Lambo blue, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne Haskins, I'm wishing the best for him. And it is, you know, just a nice little cherry on top that the face of this franchise is black. Again, I know B9, OKG 2000, I'm probably forgetting a few people in the Street Scores family that are ecstatic about all of this news. And also another angle on this is that I love the fact that Dan Snyder has made it so that Ron Rivera can focus solely on X's and O's and the culture change. Terry Bateman was hired to be the executive vice president and chief marketing officer, and now Jason Wright has been hired as the team president. So they will handle everything marketing, business side of all of that, and Ron Rivera can just focus on X's and O's and culture. And you know, Ron Rivera has emphasized several times that he has an open door policy. So everything that went wrong with the organization recently with the Washington Post, and that's been happening for years throughout this organization, with everybody that was fired and Larry Michael retiring early, Ron Rivera is like, this will never happen again. We have an open door policy, and at the very least, you can at least talk to me. You should be able to talk to everybody, but at the very least, at the end of the day, you can at the very least come and talk to me about what's going on. And he is very serious about that. He's mentioned that several times in different press conferences, and it hits personal for him because his daughter works here. Why would he allow any type of abuse or unfair, unequal treatment to women within his organization when even his daughter works for this organization? So even beyond the fact that just as a man we need to stick up for our women and protect our women, but it also hits home for him and it's very personal. I believe he even used a cuss word when he was talking about it. He was like, I have a daughter that works for this organization. There's no way I'ma let this happen. So shouts out to Dan Snyder, Ron Rivera, and the Burgundy and Gold just in general for all of the offseason changes it's made. New training staff, Bruce Allen's gone, all kinds of things. But the various decisions and changes that have been made that I've discussed in this video are the things that are most important for me. And this Jason Wright hire is just the hammer on the nail. Now, we still need more minorities in places of power within the NFL, not just as running back coaches, offensive line coaches, wide receiver coaches, DB coaches, but we need more head coaches, not just defensive coordinators and not just offensive coordinators, but head coaches. We definitely need to get some owners up in there, but this is a great step forward hiring the first black team president for an NFL franchise. An NFL franchise that, even as sorry as we've been for so many years, is still one of the wealthiest franchises, not just in the NFL, but in the world, period, across different sports. Because if Dan Snyder knows how to do one thing, it's make money. And he knows how to keep this team relevant, even as sorry as we've been on the field for so many years. And now Jason Wright will help with this. And Wright, of course, made a statement on the matter. This team at this time is an ideal opportunity for me. The transformation of the Washington football team is happening across all aspects of the organization, from football to operations to branding to culture, and will make us a truly modern and aspirational franchise. We want to set new standards for the NFL, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And the team, of course, had an official address. They said, if I could design a leader for this important time in our history, it would be Jason. His experience as a former player, coupled with his business acumen, gives him a perspective that is unrivaled in the league, said Dan Snyder. We will not rest until we are a championship caliber team on and off the field. Jason has a proven track record in helping businesses transform culturally, operationally, and financially. He is a proactive and assertive advocate for inclusion of all people and will set new standards for our organization and for the league. There cannot be a better duo than Jason Wright and Coach Ron Rivera as we usher in a new era of Washington football. Hey man, the Burgundy and Gold looking like that spot, you know? We looking like the right organization right now. Definitely trailblazing, definitely in front of a lot of important decisions and changes. And I love it. I love it! But that's the end of this video. Air Quote Your Offense video, hopefully coming out by tonight. Everything is done as far as all of the writing, the notes, the illustrations that I had to get. Now I literally just have to record it and edit it and get it out to y'all, which shouldn't take long. At most 2 days. Hopefully, my goal is to have it out by tonight, finally. And of course, make sure y'all like this video. If you learned anything, if you liked it, please subscribe. And definitely hit that bell next to the subscription button so you get a notification every time I schedule a live stream, every time I start up a live stream, and every time I release a video like this one. And of course, I appreciate all the support from everybody. Shouts out to all of my sponsors, especially my Pro Bowl sponsors whose names you see scrolling on the screen right now. Big shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to everybody that donates. All of the money is going right back into the production of these videos and live streams. More animations, better quality camera, better quality mic. Y'all literally funded the building of my PC that I now live stream and create videos from piece by piece. And again, all of the money that y'all contribute to this channel goes right back into the production of the streams and videos, unless you specify specifically that it's supposed to go to Brody for treats and toys and all of that, then of course that's a thing too. And again, I really appreciate y'all support. Air Quote Your Offense video coming out real soon, the second half. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.
Y'all take it easy. I'm out.